Do you have an older home that you're thinking about renovating? If so, I will tell you that it can be tricky if you're jumping into a big remodel project of a house that's been around for a long time. There are some tricks and secrets that you need to make sure that you're aware of before you jump into that big renovation project. In this video, I'm going to share those secrets with you to help make the whole process a lot easier. My name is Stephen Kodabash, and I'm a realtor located in the northern Atlanta area, and I get to help people buy and sell houses every day. Renovation is a big part of real estate. I want to make sure that if you're going to jump into a renovation project that you're aware of what you could be getting into. Number one big tip that I want to share with you is expect some costly surprises. You guys heard the saying, expect the unexpected, right? That's kind of the same thing when you're going into a remodel project of an old home. You don't know what the heck is behind those walls. You don't know what's back there. You don't know what's up in the ceiling above the drywall. As you go through and talk to different contractors to try to get quotes for your project, you'll probably find that it's going to be a little tricky for some contractors, just because if they've been in the business long enough, they understand that when you jump into an old house like the one that you might be thinking about renovating, there are surprises, unforeseen things that will pop up, and it could really blow your budget out of the water. So just be very careful and be mindful of that. So as you're putting together your list of things that you'd like to take care of in this big project, don't stretch your budget. So leave a little bit of a buffer factored in, just so when those unexpected surprises pop up, that you're not caught off guard. Please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me before you leave my channel. I appreciate it. It really helps me out. Number two, work with people who get it and have experience. What do I mean by that? Ideally, you'd want someone, a contractor I'm talking, to come in who has done some work on historical buildings or very old homes in the past, because they have learned different things through those projects that they can apply to yours. Now, it might be a little more expensive to find someone with the experience that I'm talking about, but believe me, it will be worth it for you in the end. When you're talking to different contractors, make sure you choose someone that actually listens to what you're saying and they ask questions. Because remember, for you as a client, it's all about you and what do you want. You want to speak to someone that is actually listening to your thoughts, and they're trying to formulate a plan that matches to what your dreams are and what your vision looks like for the space. So make sure that you pick someone that listens really well and that they ask questions, so you can come out in the very end very happy with your project. Here's the third good piece of advice. You might find yourself having to undo bad renovations. What do I mean by that? Let's say for the flooring, for example, you could go in, take up one layer of flooring, and then you could see there's another layer of flooring underneath that, and you could pull that up and you could find there's another layer of flooring under that. So you never know, because if you're dealing with a home that's been around for a long time, there could have been 2, 3, 4 different renovations that have happened in that house, and you have no idea what people did or the quality of their work. So once again, this ties back to what I spoke to earlier. As a contractor, you never know what you're going to get into, and you might jump into a project thinking that it's going to take X number of hours, but if you're having to go and undo some bad renovation work from previous people, then that could add some extra expense to the project. The next secret is work with what you've got. If you're in an older home, chances are there's all kinds of history in that home. Do your best in preserving those special parts of history that lie within that property. A lot of times people go into renovation and they might think, oh, we want to completely just blow everything out and make it look completely uniform, which I get, I understand, but if you're dealing with an older property, like I said, there's usually some type of history in that space that you want to make sure that you preserve. Here's another tip. Make appropriate changes. For example, a lot of 18th century homes did not have closets in them. And today, yes, I get it. We need closets in our house. We love having closets in the extra storage space. So adding closets and things like that, sure, that is great. Just be mindful of all the changes that you're planning to make. Make sure you preserve some of that history in the house, so that way when people come through, they can look and see that, hey, yes, this is an older home. I can tell the time period it came from, and it still has a cool, modern feel as well, but you can also tell that we've preserved some of that important history in the house too. I really hope this information has been helpful for you if you're looking to renovate an older house. As I mentioned before, it is tricky. You never know what you're going to get into, so make sure you do a lot of homework and a lot of research before you dedicate dollars to a project like that. Before you leave my channel, check out this video for me. In this video, I talk about retirement and whether or not you should buy a home after you retire. There are a lot of financial questions that you need to think through. You need to make sure you consult with a lender, consult with a trusted realtor as well, and talk about your particular situation and see if it makes sense. In this video, I talk through some of those steps that you need to take to make sure that you make a smart decision if you're thinking about buying a home after retirement. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. You take care of yourself.